Pisces, welcome to High Priestess Lane Tarot, where you are the High Priestess, baby. Let's see what messages Spirit has for us today. Okay. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Ancestors, Archangel Michael. Please help me in pulling insights for the High Priestess Collective. Highest timelines, highest messages for the High Priestess Collective. Show me Pisces energy. Wow. Pisces energy is justice, balance, Libra energy. Oh, this is a bunch of stuff. Whoa. So this is like, you could be balancing the scales in some aspects of relationships around you. You could be the one that's holding the truth or delivering some sort of truth. There's spiritual karmic justice at hand, but if that's the case, like you're the one delivering it, probably through action, not like not vigilanteing, you know. But I'm not, who am I? I'm not judging anyone's life. But through, because of all this red, you could be delivering some sort of spiritual justice, karmic justice. In one way or another, it's through your actions. So through behavior, through decisions that you've made, and like actually physically moving through, because the pillars on either side of the justice, that represents a portal. We see these in the High Priestess card. We see like energy like this in the Hierophant card too. You see it in the Moon card. Anywhere, Tarot Academy students, anywhere where there's pillars or like almost like bookends of structures, typically will represent a portal. And a portal is something you move through like a wormhole. So it's a transition of quantum time, quantum energy, quantum results. Moving through like one state of being, vibration, frequency, life to another side. So it looks like you've come, oh yeah, it's the portal. I was going to say, it looks like you just came out of a portal and now you're sitting on the other side. This looks like you hold some truth because of what you moved through. You like acquired truth through the wormhole. What am I saying? You acquired some sort of truth through the wormhole, and this truth not only, maybe this confirms something for you, but if it doesn't confirm something for you, it puts things into balance, or it gives you some sort of confirmation, validation of what it is that you are doing. And so you continue doing what you're doing to keep this equilibrium. I kind of want to talk about the portal. For you, it's like the veil or the door is closed on the portal. There's like no going back into what it was. And though this is not seen on the card, this is coming through for me. There are people on the other side of this, like that, but they can't come through. Did you leave parts of yourself on the other side of that? Or maybe like literal people, habits, mindsets on the other side, they can't come through. Because red is also stop. Stop right now. Thank you very much. Okay. That's cool. Holy sugar. That's you, Queen of Cups. What is this? Your soul is sitting pretty. Even if you're masculine, I'm sure you're very pretty. Your soul is sitting very pretty. And it has to do with the type of love you pour into yourself, and then you are then able to give it to others from a place of, I have capacity to do so. I'm not required to do so. And there was something about that played out in the portal. Can you show me the portal? Let's go into this wormhole together. Wow. 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. What does this mean? Holding. Wait. Too much. Holding back, not allowing oneself to be in its full potential, but it goes down. The swords go down, which is good. This was a temporary. There is something about your limitation of self. Now, I don't know how big or small this is, you know, so put you where you go. But there is something that this combo of cards, 8 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, was like in the portal, recognizing, or maybe you already knew it, but something happened in the portal that made you have to step through. But it's like a recognition of, I know I hold this power, but for whatever reason, I do this. Hold it back a bit. Keep it tamed. Haven't found the right time to launch it. 7 of Swords, I'm going to get one on this, but this is kind of giving like slowly one sword at a time. And by sword here, I think I mean limit. One limit at a time, you like let it go. But like this is such a, the justice as your energy is a big responsibility. So for there to be a big responsibility, there had to have been, and you're only holding one sword. You like in this portal had to have dropped these others too. Show me this 7. Whoa, Empress at the bottom. What is this? Show me the 7. It's your eclipse energy. See, it keeps going down. When you want the swords to go down. That shows that there's being like an unraveling of the conditioning that essentially suppresses full expression of the soul or the soul's purpose. You know what? Maybe some of you watching are a Libra North Node, or you have a Chiron in Libra, or there was a, or your moon is in Libra. Doesn't have to be those things, but if you hit those categories, this is extra for you. Foofy woofy. So you had to recognize the eclipsing that was happening with self. It's still going down in Swords. 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords to me is like, at all costs, I will drop this shit. Even if it's at your own pace. Sometimes the universe will like clear things at a rate that we're not always comfortable with, and other times you have more quote-unquote time to make things like this happen. This portal felt like, I'm sure that I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing Tower. Maybe something, I'm not seeing Tower. I can't even bring it in. This feels like you may have had an opportunity during the eclipse in Mercury retrograde portal, or even since January when the nodes switched from Aries and Libra to Pisces Virgo, to one sword at a time. Start releasing. 8 to 7 is dropping one sword, but the 7 to 5 is dropping 2 swords. See what he did? He dropped 2 swords. This is almost like a literal visual representation of you dropping the swords. There's also something here about where you're dropping the swords is somehow beneficial. What am I seeing with that? Where they're dropping the swords, it's illusion. Okay, so where you dropped your swords, I hope this makes sense. Where you dropped swords, or you dropped them in the portal, it was illusion of self, and by you disregarding those swords, you may have empowered others to recognize if they also were holding those illusions temporarily with these 10s, and to give them like safe refuge to do the same. You drop 2 swords here. Now in the 5 swords, guess what? He's only holding 3, but he's holding 5 here. See this pattern? This is crazy. I've never interacted with sword cards like this before. So when you're in the 5 of Swords, you actually drop another 2. So you're dropping swords. You actually do drop them kind of fast. Here is like the first time where other people are now involved. I think you realize this. I think you realized in the portal, when I disengage from these illusions, and he leaves it, they leave these 2 planted in the ground, right? That says something. If you're walking down a dirt road and there's 2 swords firmly planted in the soil. That sends a message. It's there's visual recognition there, but you know, this looks like this was a personal reflection made available to public witness in some way. Even though we don't see public witness, we know at some point people are going to come out of these tents and see it, right? But then up in this 5, public witness is present. And these 2 that you drop in front of them, you know, in this card, the depiction is they don't love that. And that might be the parts of you that you decided to dissolve or leave behind. And I don't mean it in a disowning way. I want to be like, you know, in internal family systems and parts therapy, it's really integrating all of the parts. But when you heal and integrate them, sometimes that part changes shape because of the love and acceptance you give it. It's not as sharp or it's not as jagged. There may have been people, or specifically 2 people maybe, where when you dropped 2 specific swords that were illusions around self, it negatively impacted them. But that is their journey, right? So it may have been like hard for them. Let me get clarity on that. But yeah, oh my God. It may have been hard for them to look at you dropping those aspects of self because it was like kind of glaring a spotlight on where they are still holding it. But not glaring a spotlight like in front of others, like humiliation. A spotlight that only they can see. But maybe they don't know that or feel that. Can you tell me show me what I'm saying about these people? When you drop that illusion, it upset these 2 people because then they're forced to look at that in themselves. Or, well, really, these 2 have their back to the sword, so they're actually not. They don't want to. They saw it, Pisces. Oh, fuck. They saw it, but they don't want to, so they turned around. Maybe that's who's over here. Show me what I'm talking about. Let's give them something to talk about. How about love, love? Who is that? One more. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, masculine, air sign, doesn't have to be. Holy F. Holy F. This is what happens when Pisces ends up being a tower or this like karmic deliverance, you know? These people who saw the illusion you dropped, they chose to turn around. They don't want to face the sword. You see that in the artwork, right? They don't want to face those swords. You're kind of sitting Gucci like, well, I know it's uncomfortable. I get that. And like, you're not taking that on. You're like, I understand. It's very difficult to recognize aspects of self that are no longer serving, or shadows of self that are negatively detrimental, right? Or like negatively impacting us. Usually this means they're not ready, you know? And then King of Swords, 9 of Swords, someone isn't ready or wasn't ready. And the 9 of Swords is PTSD. So what happened in this portal, dude? This is giving more than self-limiting beliefs. This is actually giving, you may have healed a significant chunk, like an iceberg of a wound. A whale of a wound. And like the result of that whale, okay, whale and mother, now I'm saying like maternal things. So this may be of the maternal lineage, right? Or a specific mother wound that you hold. As a result of that major healing, through this portal, you are literally dropping swords left and right. It's like the swords are no longer guarding the softness and tenderness of the wound because you healed it. So those swords don't have to be there anymore. We don't need this cage around it anymore, you know? This person shares something with this wound with you. Yeah. This person either shares the wound or they witnessed it, or they, you know, they're somehow tied to this. They have the same thing as you. They have the same PTSD. But they turned away. They're not ready. 9 swords and his swords, that's 10 swords. Like, you didn't even come in with 10. You came in with 8. So you already came in at a level of awareness and healing. To me, you came in at 8. They're still at 10. That means that you came in at like during this portal season at the Two of Swords is like, I know it's up to me to make a decision and cut something. So whatever, or like at a crossroads of like, am I going to trust my intuition? I'm seeing, you know, the Two of Swords has that Libra moon in the background. So there, you already came into this portal either in January or late February, March, having already made progress. Like you chipped at the iceberg. You know, Celine Dion's in my head now because of Titanic. And this person, I don't know, you just, I don't know. They're not ready. Wheel of Fortune. You doing this, though, is actually serving or showing someone what's up ahead for them. Anything with this King and 9? They didn't jump when you jumped. They didn't start when you started. But it looks like 3 of Wands, though, is like, okay. 3 of Wands is like, I'm patiently waiting for the right time, right opportunity, right healer, right therapist. Give me one more. I don't know who this is. This could be a divorced person because Justice and the King of Swords, Queen of Swords, that is like divorce energy. Doesn't have to be, though. 3 of Wands. Three of Wands being clarified by the 8 of Pentacles. So it's actually giving, like, they recognize how much work they recognize how much work this is or was. Oh my God, there's a 10. They have the same wound as you. Who is this? Is this a sibling? Who is this? Who is this? How many times is she going to say it? Tower. There we go. Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. You could be a younger sibling, or they could be a younger sibling. Or you could work under them in some capacity. Under them? Work under them? I guess so. Or, how is a different way to say that? If it's not work, there's some sort of like dynamic where technically they're a level above you. I don't like this terminology. Technically they're a level above you but it's like in their own lane. You guys are in 2 different lanes. You're showing up, wow, actually this is a little confusing. There's so much overlap. This feels like family. So what I'm seeing is like Tower, Page of Pentacles, I think that's you. Tower, Page of Pentacles, I think that's you. Knight of Swords is giving them. Did something just like click for you, or a new beginning or new opportunity came in, or there's like a new Page of Pentacles is like, I have good news. You might just be like chipper and shiny and like, hey, I want to tell you something really cool. And you're grounded in this energy. What am I talking about? Hold on, let me get something here. But they are like, they think fast, shoot at the hip, quick, very head heavy. Your groundedness, though, you know, this Page of Pentacles is kind of better suited for this horse that the Knight of Swords is on. This beautiful horse, this beautiful horse is concerned at the amount of thinking, the amount of doing, and the speed at which this Sword Court card is moving. The Page of Pentacles is very grounded, chill, like would even like take care of the horses. So there's something here too about like your energy is more suited for something that this person is doing. And it looks like there's recognition, although at first I feel like this is like a nope, not ready. Nope, not ready. But something something shakes up. I think it's the light that you're holding as you shed all these swords. And like, what news is this that you shared with them, or that you are sharing with them? Something like, this doesn't even have to be anything like life-changing, though it could be. But Page of Pentacles is like, can I tell you this really cool thing that I did? Can I tell you this really exciting opportunity I have? Can I tell you, but it's in a really like grounded, healed, present kind of way. So why would that be a tower? You know, this news is a tower to this person, and it might strike them to finally surrender. I don't know what I'm talking about. I feel a little funny. What's this? Why is it a tower? Why is it a tower? Why? It's Five of Wands. Why? You know? Oh, there's two people in the tower and the two people in the swords. The Five of Swords. This is one of them. So who's the other one? This person might have a reckoning of like, I'm going to have to follow Pisces' lead and leave this one to their own path. Not leave them behind, but leave them to their own path. What's this Five of... There's some sort of conflict that like, you're not involved. Like your back is to this, but somehow this is tied or connected. Like your energy is... your positive energy is a tower, and that's such a weird thing. What is this Five of Wands? That has to be this other person. Who is this other person? Hold on. You know how this person's like kind of above you? Maybe it's just age. But like, put that where that goes. There's someone like, I don't mean above like better, just to be clear. I 0% mean that. Someone with, I don't know, above you. It's age, or it's like they have more experience doing something than you do. But for some reason, your groundedness and light is like superseding this either status, role, position, or title. Okay? That is this. For fucking sure. And your light is triggering a tower in this person. At first they didn't want to. There's resistance. And now it looks like they're like, okay, I'm going to actually begin. There's a beginning here of like working like you are, or doing the work that you have done. Can't emphasize enough though, these two people, they're on the other side of this portal. You're sitting here delivering some kind of karmic justice. This is your soul energy, and this is how you're showing up in the real. So there's also a little like trickery. Not that you are tricky, but I kind of love that. This is what the universe does. Like, let me plant someone you least expect. This Page of Swords with the Five of Wands is the other person here who also didn't want to look. And you two, oh, they think you're the same. Well, they think you're the same. You're both showing up as pages, and this person is swords. So they're kind of like, they're either on this person's team, or they're like somehow affiliated with this person more closely on the outside than you are. But under it all, this person and you are actually doing the same thing. Swords, pentacles, they've got some fire, you got some water. This person thinks you two are the same. But so there's like, I don't want to say competition, but there's like maybe a little, just like friction. Yeah, like rubbing up against. Show me what we got to know about this page. Illusion. That's the illusion. Got it. It is exactly what I said. You're facing that way. For some reason, this person and you, there's a connect. I don't feel that you're connected to this person in a way like you are with this one. Can't really explain that either. Like, this feels affectionate. Remember, I kept getting sibling. It doesn't have to be sibling. It can be like soul sibling. It can be like you just have an affinity for this person, or they have it for you. Your back is to this person, and this person is in the friction of illusion. But they think you two are the same because you show up the same on the outside in a way, but you're not. Why is that important? You have mastery of emotions. You're showing up tricky, Pisces. You're showing up real tricky. This is kind of funny to me. Like, you're showing up as one way, but you're really something else. And I don't know if that's... I think you were also that to yourself, and that was part of this journey in the portal, was being like, I realize what I am now, and I have to stop acting like I'm not. Maybe that was fucking you over. Or maybe it is fucking you over. Okay, I feel like that's... Can you smash the love button? That felt like a journey. What do we need to know about Pisces, King of Cups energy? Master of the emotions. The King of Cups holds that cup. That's like a trophy. This cup is like a trophy. He is the King of Cups because he knows he has gone through all of the court cards of cups. So that means he's already mastered 7 of Cups. That's way below him. Again, sorry to be like use hierarchy language. But, and it's not that the King of Cups won't ever face 7 of Cups again. He's going to face it in his realm. Like, his level of 7 of Cups is going to show up different than the Queen of Cups, 7 of Cups experience, than the Knight of Cups, their experience with 7 of Cups. Because, like, different level, different devil, you know? But, you know, and Libra is a superior... So, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, those are essentially the air masters of the swords. You're showing up, your soul level is like, I've also, on a soul level, mastered the sword. So you've mastered the emotions, you've mastered the sword, you're showing up as a pentacle and as a page. So there's this like trickiness of like what you are on the outside versus what really is going on the inside. And this person is showing up as a page of swords on the outside, and internally is 5 of Wands, 7 of Cups. That is hard. It's like, kind of like, no wonder they don't want to look at that sword that you dropped. Anything else with this person? They have to surrender to that. So that's, I guess, kind of like it's not your business. I don't really know why it's showing up. Maybe just to confirm and validate you. There is wisdom that this person can extract from this state of surrender, if they choose to. If they choose to. Something, you know, this is a first deck in Pisces card. So maybe you're a first deck in Pisces and you've already attained the enlightenment from this type of energy. Like maybe you already did this, maybe back in February. Or maybe they're first deck in Pisces with some air placements, or vice versa. If I don't know if you care, but if this person does manage to move through the illusion of conflict and friction and surrender to the lesson that's being learned, it looks like they could, because they're the Page of Swords, which is the student of the universe. They could. If they do, they're actually being presented with a brand new beginning too. This person, though, is going in a different direction. This is like a movie, because you and this person somehow are on a very similar, not the same, but similar trajectory. This person's going another way, but they're going to be freed if they allow themselves to do that. I don't know if you'll find out about this, though. That's crazy. The thing that they're going through now, you already went through. I don't know, man. This is crazy. Let's go to him. This King of Swords, 8 of Pentacles. This opens this person's heart up. This is a softening. You know, Pisces, someone might want to friggin' work with you or like collaborate with you based off of like an idea and your vibe. Like your vibe is so grounded. This is a very grounded connected to earth, farm animals want to come up to you energy. This person could learn from you about softness, intuition, sweetness. Your page energy is useful here. Your pages are students, and they are messengers, and they are newbies. Why is this so useful? This is a very useful energy that you're offering, or you're modeling it or something. How you move through new, how you show up as renewed, or like your student energy or a childlike energy that you offer as like part of your process of finding equilibrium and re-establishing balance in your life. There's something childlike. So maybe one of this like big wounds was like truly reparenting that inner child to a point where it feels very safe to be seen. And it's somehow a superpower here. Oh my God, for real. What did I just do? Ace of Pentacles. Somebody wants to do something with you, and it's because of this. You got a gift here. Tell me about, I'm gonna get a different deck. Tell me about this Ace and Page of Cups for Pisces. What? That's a level up. The Ace of Pentacles plus the Page of Cups is equaling the Knight of Cups. And it's from this person, King of Swords. What am I talking about? And that's Two of Cups. I don't know. This is partnership or teamwork, or like siblings getting on the same page and like complementary energying one another. But this is like not you necessarily. You're not carrying this person on their back. Like you did what you needed to do. And this person's either gonna like follow suit and show up. And as they show up, realize the pathway that you took. And they're gonna be like, oh my God, I gotta give you this. Or like, you gotta come with me. Let me show you something. I have something to offer you. Cool. And it's still headed that way. You're headed in the right, my right side. You're headed in the right direction. So is this person. Anything else with this person? Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. This is like, I think you're helping someone crack open. This feels like cracking open someone's intuition, but like you're not really doing it. You know, you're living your life. Yeah, Tower, Nine of Swords, King of Pentacles. I don't know, something you're modeling, or you're being you, showing up as you. It allows this person to voyage similarly and crack something open. Did I have 3 cards? Okay, Tower. Nine of Swords, which we know was already this person's. King of Pentacles. So this person, if this is work, your modeling, your energy contributes to somebody's transformation around either concerns around expansion or financial growth, or if this is family related, this like cracks someone open in a softening way around family dynamics, father dynamics, or responsibilities within a family. Like it softens, and this is like maybe you give someone permission to free themselves of a concern like this. 8, 9, 10. Technically 11 Pentacles. This feels very loving. This feels very loving. And like where you're the master of emotions, this person is the master of the mind and the master of the materialized realm. But it's like they have fear of that power or something, or they themselves were holding themselves back, and seeing you free yourself allows them to free themselves. You know, Tower. Yeah, Two of Cups too. Double alchemy. So you and this person are actually healing parallel, even if you're on one side of the wormhole while they're still in it. You know? And this person, this feels like in this movie that this person, there's 3 of you, this person's got to go off on their own now. Like you got to the point where you were all supposed to, and you had to voyage into your wormhole, and this person's being invited to go into theirs. This person's being presented with a different type of experience, because that's their soul contract. It's like we all have different things, and they gotta go do their thing. This person's about to fall off your storyline if they haven't already, and so you may already know this and accept this, and that's why your back is to them. It also might be why you're feeling a little lighter, just like if you need confirmation. This is like trust that they gotta go do what they gotta do. If they're meant to meet up again, they will. Also, don't really, this could be siblings, work friends, I don't know. It's, as I say that, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Someone's got to learn something, and you just got to let them. Show me Pisces energy with this King of Swords person. Okay. 7 of Cups, 7 of Swords, Death. You both are aligning to a higher level seeing of illusions, lies within self, and of course with others. But the more we focus on the lies and illusions we tell ourselves, the easier it is to see when other people are doing it to you or towards you or around you, right? You're both showing up as like having to have cracked the code of what lies and illusions look like within to have a rebirth of vision. This really could be siblings. What happened at the full moon? This past full moon was what? It was the full moon in Libra. It was a full moon in Libra. Wow, that's so cool. And if it's not siblings, it is soul family. This is a soul kinship of some kind. So, and your soul kin could be bosses, it could be managers, it can be your mailman, it's some, anybody. But there's interaction here, and a victory and a triumph for you guys. If it is siblings, the middle one ignites the light. And that can show up in different ways. Okay. Anything else with this 7/7 death? This is really a rebirth. Whoa. 2 of Cups. 5 of Wands, in it together. This is giving your paired talents, wits, abilities, news, idea, resources are going to build something. The geese are confirming. What's this build? I don't know what that was. The build is the devil. 9 of Cups. So it's like this next level you guys are going into, because it's rebirth, right? So whoever this soul kin is, this next level, you guys do meet up. Or you have already, and there's an energy of like, kind of like putting people, I did this weekend to our yoga instructor, but like playfully, but putting like, I'm going to carry you on my back when you need it, and you're going to carry me on your back when I need it, to 9 of Cups, the devil, like face and kind of like liberate from, free from this new level, new devil energy. Or building a case against it. So maybe this is law and having to do with law. One more on the devil. He's so hot. It's nuts. Okay. Actually could be, if this is family and you healed a big mother wound, it might be time for an aspect of the father wound. Or this is you guys becoming some sort of force, like a team that intentionally faces devil energy, and that can just be restrictions, addictions, perceived limitations, and providing others or providing each other with chess level next steps, like very strategic, action oriented. We're coming back to the red, Taylor Swift red. Action oriented next steps that are divinely friggin' inspired. This is like the universe gives you the next step to play silently through meditation. Okay. And that brings you to the Ten of Pentacles. This is like, bada bing. Now we're ring around the rosy and happy. Wow, that's justice. Wow. Pisces, you're going to have to let me know what the hell I'm talking about. This is really great. Hard as shit. And, you know, you got to let this person go do what they got to do. But this kinship is special. And, like, this is my fight song. Take back my life song. You know, it's very like, we can do this together. So happy together. Okay, Pisces, smash that love button. Thank you for being here. Tell me what the fuck I'm talking about. If you're playing the tarot games, you're going to get an email from me in the next 24 hours. Congratulations to everybody who guessed correctly. I'll let you know via email, but so many of you did. We have 101 people playing. Next round will come out in the next day or two. If you want to play, entry into the tarot games gives you an opportunity to win a special prize from me that I know that you will like. And your answers don't have to be correct to win. The teacher in me just wants to see who's on it, who's getting these tarot questions correct, you know. But everybody who plays each round is entered to win. And I'm going to pull a winner on the 23rd. So we have a few more rounds coming up. Pisces, I love you so much. Hold my hands. Take a gentle inhale in through your nose. Softly releasing through the mouth. I'm sending you so much Reiki love and healing. And claim this. Take back my life song. 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, baby, baby. See you later, Pisces.